Welcome back to the WDSU News Hot Seat. We're talking politics tonight, and in this segment, we're going to start with the runoff for the 6th Congressional District, which now includes parts of this area like St. John, St. James, Terrebonne, and Lafourche. It's pitting former Governor Edwin Edwards against Jindal insider, Bobby Jindal insider, Garrett Graves. Once again, Dr. Silas Lee from Xavier, Mike Sherman from Tulane. Edwin Edwards ran first with 30%, but conventional wisdom tells you that may be all he gets because there were a lot of Republicans in this field. Garrett Graves came in with 27%, and then 3 other Republicans, 13, 10, and 7%. Mike, let's start with you. Is this an uphill battle for Edwin Edwards in this district, which is considered Republican?
You know, Edwin Edwards is known for his famous lines. One of my favorite is that he was going to win re-election as governor unless he was found in bed with a live boy or a dead girl. Well, I think today we can safely say this very heavily Republican 6th district favors Garrett Graves, and he's going to win this election, most likely, unless he's found in bed with something Edwin Edwards said about. No, very seriously, this is a heavily Republican district. Edwin Edwards ran first because he was the only Democrat on the ballot. Truly charismatic figure, a great place in Louisiana political history. But whether or not he can find an issue or a reason to get heavily Republican voters to vote in his favor, I don't know what that issue would be.
And let's factor this in, Dr. Lee. He's an ex-con. This is somebody who went to jail for 10 years. Now, he paid his debt to society, but what does it say for Louisiana voters if they would send someone like Edwin Edwards to Washington, D.C.?
And that's a concern because with some of the voters in that area, they are concerned about the image and the stereotype that seems to continually haunt Louisiana. And we've always had this delicate situation with Edwin in terms of liking him because of his character and his shenanigans, but at the same time recognizing he is a very shrewd politician. And he is trying to recapture the past. It's very difficult. I think he's maxed out in terms of voters that he will be able to attract, whereas with Garrett Graves, he can expand his support. Edwin Edwards is going to be very difficult. And I don't think he has the political infrastructure and the resources to effectively compete against Garrett Graves.
Real quickly, because we're going to get to another topic after this, what kind of campaign did Edwin Edwards run? If you had to give him an A, B, C, D, or F, what kind of grade would you give him on this campaign?
A low passing grade. He did what he needed to do to come in first, and he came in first, but he didn't do anything transformational that would have changed the fundamentals of this election. And that's the key question. You're in a heavily Republican district. You did the right thing to get in the runoff. What's next?
Give him a C for average. He showed up, but it wasn't a very impressive campaign. And I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that times have changed, the dynamics changed, the resources definitely a major problem, and he is 87 years old. Let's be realistic.
And Garrett Graves is a Republican in what's a Republican district. We're going to keep our eye on that race too. Another race, a local race if you will, St. Tammany Parish, the district attorney's race. It pits Brian Traynor, who ran first, against Mr. Montgomery, if you will, Warren Montgomery, who ran second. You can see the results here, 38% to 25%. Will this be a pretty heated contest? They spent a lot of money, all the candidates, over $1 million in the primary. Could this get ugly, and will it be a pretty heated race?
I think it's going to be a very intense race. Brian Traynor already had somewhat name recognition established due to his affiliation with law enforcement. But for St. Tammany, for that area, the amount of money spent for a DA's race, unprecedented. But it just shows in a campaign environment that's very intense, very emotional, and when you have well-qualified candidates, it can get expensive very quickly.
1984 was the last time they had a new DA elected. That was Walter Reed. Yeah. Interesting race for you to watch here, Mike?
Absolutely. You know, first thing candidates have to realize is before you can share a message, you got to introduce yourself to voters. The candidates spend a bunch of money doing that in this race right now. Judges and DAs, really difficult races to run because there's not too many policy differences between the candidates. They're all for transparency. They're all for being tough on crime, but showing a soft touch with first-time offenders. There's just not too much you can do to separate yourself from your opponent on policy. So it becomes about the candidates' backgrounds and integrity. So I think we're going to hear a lot about is which candidate has more integrity and which candidate has more things in their background that voters in Washington and St. Tammany parishes might like.
Mike Sherman from Tulane University, Silas Lee from Xavier University. We could sit here and talk politics all day. Unfortunately, though, we are out of time. I am Travers Mackel. This is the WDSU News Hot Seat. We'll be covering all of these elections up into the December runoff. For now,